everyone, so this is my next album. This is all about our little trip to Hamburg. I've never been to Germany before, so it was nice to visit a new country. I've decided to do Germany all in one big album. So it's a big 12 by 12 album from Hobbycraft that I used. And then the front cover, I've left it quite plain, just because, as I said, it's for the whole of Germany, so I didn't want to specify it to be all about one certain place in Germany. So basically I've just found some images from Google and I thought it looked really good because obviously it's got everything that you imagine Germany to be about. So I haven't done much on this page here because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Basically all I've done is just got a map of Germany, and I've put little pins of where we've been. I put Bremen there because we actually flew into Bremen because of we had a bit of a change to our flight, but I just put it on there because it just reminded me that that's what happened basically. And then this little sticker, this came from a Jolie's boutique pack, so I've just put that there. But as I said, I don't really know what to do around here yet because I want it to be for the whole of Germany, so I'm yet to decide what I want to do with that page. But this is just the sort of opening of Hamburg. So this has just got all our documents and stuff on there. It's a bit messy, but I quite like it. It's a bit more smash sort of style. So at the top you've got our boarding passes. So we flew out with Ryanair. That's just our boarding passes there. This is the hotel. We stayed at the Novum Style in the Hamburg Centrum. There's quite a few, but that's just like a leaflet all about that, and I just did some journaling underneath. This is just a postcard. It came from our hotel, so I just took it basically. That's our train ticket to Manchester Airport. That's just our room information, and then this came from a postcard that I just cut out just to say obviously Hamburg. So this washi tape, this came from Paper Chase, I believe. It's one of those situations where I didn't ever think I'd use that one, to be honest, but it seemed perfect because I wanted like a purple grey sort of theme for this album, so it worked well. So this is an odd page to show. So basically the first thing that we did, because we arrived in late afternoon, we actually got the metro, so these are all our metro tickets, to the Reeperbahn district, which is almost like the red light district in Amsterdam. So it's orientated around like adult entertainment and that sort of thing. So this is just a big map that I put in the background, and then this is just some pictures. So this is just a nice building that I found, and we just got a picture of that one. And then these are obviously, you know, the sort of, you're basically just walking down and these are all in front of you, so it's not very somewhere to take kids and things. But it was good to see, and we went early enough to not, you know, be in the middle of all of it. So but as I said, it was good to see. This is just, if you can see that there's slight sort of like, there's iron outlines of the Beatles, because the Beatles like to come to Hamburg because it's quite quirky and quite different. So that's just them, and then this is just a picture of some of the funky buildings in the Reeperbahn district. We then went for tea in a nice pub called the Frau Moller pub. So I just got a business card there, and then a beer mat that was in the pub as well. Oh, is that? Yep. So this is just Hamburg in general, really. We did wander around, and we stopped taking the metro because the metro was quite expensive after a while. But this is just some picture of the buildings. This is all the train tracks. There's so many trains that come in and out of the city. So it was interesting to see all the train tracks there. And the canals, there's actually more canals in Hamburg than there is in Amsterdam and Venice put together. So you can just see all the boats and all the buildings along the canal side. So this is the Speicherstadt and the Hafen City area. So I just got some photos of them. It was quite a dreary sort of day. It wasn't the nicest of weather when we went, because we went in January, so it was cold. But this is just some more pictures of the boats. And then we wandered to the, I can't pronounce this whatsoever, so I'm not going to, but this really cool building. This is just a map of Hamburg there, but it's got the building on the front. And it was so cool. We went inside. It was free to go inside. this is just a picture of my breakfast that I had every day for the 3 days that we were there, 3 mornings we were there. And it was so nice. It's like a cinnamon roll, but like a croissant. It was so nice. I can't think what the German name is, but I'm going to get like a little label just to put there. But it was so nice. I wish I had them here, but they are like a delicacy of Hamburg. So as I said, so this is just a leaflet for that building. So inside it's got some information. It's got, I'll take it out actually. So it's got a big picture of the building, what's inside, and then it's actually got a map of what's inside as well, which I think is really cool. So it's a really odd building. It's a really weird shape. But this is just when we went. So there are tickets on the side there, and then the escalator was so cool because it almost like curved round, and then you could walk along the top here. So this is just us along the top, and then this is just some more pictures of the Hafen city. This is like the famous Instagram spot that everyone goes to get their photo of the buildings on the canal. This is just a cute little map that opens up. And then this is just another map. We had so many maps, I don't know where we got them from. They just seemed to pick them up wherever it was. And then we had lunch in a really cool Vietnamese place called Nom. So that's just a business card in the middle there. And then we went to St. Michael's Church, which is, so that's the inside, that's the outside, and that's the views, because you can actually go to the top. So that's the stairs that take you to the right to the top that you couldn't use, but that's how the staff get there. But inside here I've just put our tickets to get up, and then there's just information in there about the church. And then this is just about the town hall and like the almost like the marketplace there. Obviously there wasn't any markets going on because it wasn't Christmas time or anything, but it was nice to see the town hall. We got some nice photos of us there. This is the only photo we got of both of us together. And this is just a nice little postcard. All the background paper in this album, they all came from different places. That's why I've not sort of said where they're from, because basically I went through my whole stash and just got every single purple out, basically, of what I wanted to use. So that's why I've not mentioned it, because they're a mixture from like Poundland and The Works and Hobbycraft and The Range and all sorts. So this is just some more pictures of the town centre and the... there's nice sort of like walkways that you can take, and I imagine it's really nice in summer, but obviously it was a bit cold when we went. Then this is just a leaflet about the St. Nicholas Tower. The reason why I put that in there, and there's not any photos of them, is because we did go and see it, but they were doing loads of engineering works around there, so the photos weren't particularly nice, so that's why I've not included any photos, but we did go and see it. So the main reason why we actually went to Hamburg is to visit the Miniature Wonderland, because we've heard it was amazing, and it puts Hamburg on the map basically. So that's why we went to go and see. So basically, this is like the map, the information sheet about the Miniature Wonderland. So basically it's the world's largest model railway, but it's not just about the trains and all that. It's literally, it's like almost half the world in miniature form, so it's really cool. These are just some more metro tickets. These are our tickets to get into the Miniature Wonderland. This is a studio where the staff are actually making all the little miniature things, which was really cool to see. And because I'm trying to like make this album into the whole of Germany, I didn't want to use that many pages, so this is why I've tried to condense as much as I possibly can. So all these photos here, it's like those old-fashioned photo albums you used to get, so they flip up. So there's photos of all the different parts of the miniature railway, so I can't really show, there we go. So these are the bridges, the boats, and like there was like little cars that went round, and the boats actually went, and there was just so much going on. It was really, really cool. So there's like little people. It was really cool. Like, I definitely recommend people to go. There we go. Definitely recommend people to go. because they had Switzerland, they had the Nordics, like Scandinavia, they had Hamburg, they had Germany, Italy, America. Like, it was just so cool. And the trains actually properly ran, like, so that's like the miniature version of that funky building, and these are the train stations and stuff. And this is the visitor guide. So we got this when we actually went into the museum. So this tells you where to go and what you're doing, basically. So it's got Switzerland and all the different parts. It's got an airport there, which was really cool. But we spent hours there. We went on the evening that it was open until 6 or 8 or something, so that we could spend as much time as we could there. So again, this is just some more pictures. So this is like the airport. So this is all the screens actually from the controller center, so they control the trains. This is like the airport. So the planes actually took off and landed, which was really cool. So they would come out of this, so they're queuing up to take off here, and they'd come through. This would lift up, and little planes would come through, which was really, really cool. And every 15 minutes it got dark, so you could see it at night time as well. Like, they even had like a little departures board, the multi-storey car parks for the airport, or like the ring roads and the taxi ranks, and these are all the planes lining up. So it had like proper branded planes like Eurowings and Lufthansa, Thai, Emirates. Like, they literally had everything. And this was like at night, so it's really cool. So this is Italy. So it's like the Colosseum, and that's like the Vatican. And then this is just, I haven't finished writing, so that's why I need to put it there. Then this is just some data analysis. So basically it says the layout size 1,490 square meters. There's 9 sections, 15,400 meters worth of track, 1,040 trains. The longest train is 14.151 meters. There's 385,000 lights, 260,000 figurines, 130,000 trees, which is crazy. And then on this little bit here, I've just made like a pocket, so that's just a picture of a postcard of Hamburg. There's just some more maps. These are our boarding passes with EasyJet to get home. And then this is cool. This is a newspaper from the Miniature Wonderland. Basically, it's actually like a proper newspaper for the world of a Miniature Wonderland. So it's like the people have just made it up as such. It's in German, so I can't even read it, but they've just made it up because obviously it's like its own little world. So they've got their own little newspaper, which I think is really cool. That was free, so it was nice to pick up. And then this is just some postcards that I picked up in Hamburg. So this is like a flip over, just because again I'm trying to save space. And again, this is some more pictures, like a flip up of all the bits and pieces in the miniature world. I took so many pictures because it was really, really cool. So this is like Las Vegas here. So you've got Las Vegas. That's it at night. And Vegas again. It's just really cool. Florida. This is like the Grand Canyon. And then Miami. All like the trains going through, the Scandinavian parts. And like the little lorries, like the traffic actually went on the motorways and stuff, and there was like emergencies where all the fire trucks will come running around, and police, and it was really, really cool. And there's Mount Rushmore there, little motels in Venice. They are in an order. I did it in a really weird order. I basically did it like America that way, and then when I turned them up, I went backwards and did like Italy, so like Venice, and it carried on from the previous page and all that. So it does go in an order. It's not just like willy-nilly. Basically, it is in an order. So then it goes into that Scandinavia, going back up. So, but yeah, so I took so many pictures, but I have tried to condense it as much as possible because I'm hoping to put obviously our other trips to Germany in there, so I'm hoping to try and keep it to one album, but I don't know because there's quite a few different places in Germany that I want to go. But yeah, so that was Hamburg. It's only a short one, which is compared to my America one is a very short one. But I will be back hopefully soon with a one all about Italy and Rome, because we go to Rome next week. So yes, I hope you enjoyed and thank you very much.